Hello everyone, Interact here with a bit of an interesting Dead Cells video. So you may notice something different on screen. I have a controller that shows you what buttons I'm pressing. Leave a comment if you think that's a good thing or not. I got it set up because I was streaming Dead Cells a few days ago by the time this video comes out. Which is where this run actually comes from. I had to get off because I was extremely tired and couldn't keep playing. But I was streaming Dead Cells, and I thought, you know, what could I do to kind of spice up the stream, because it was just me grinding out cells. And I thought back to watching speedrunners, and I've seen speedrunners have their button pressing so you can know, like, what their inputs are on the screen. And I thought, hey, you know, maybe that would be a cool thing to bring to me streaming Dead Cells, which I'm planning on doing in the future. The Twitch is in the description if you want to follow. And I thought maybe it'd be a good thing as well for YouTube as well, because it just adds that extra something that I think might be worth adding. I don't know. Kind of makes it I'm not gonna say like sets it apart, but it makes it different from just a normal. This is terrible, by the way. A normal, just Dead Cells video. So, I don't know, leave a comment if you like it, if you think it's distracting, if the placement's off or something. I wasn't sure if I should place it like where it currently is or up by the mutations or something. I felt like if it was up by the mutations, it might get in the way of actually like right now, you wouldn't be able to see part of the side of the screen. So here's the pause screen. I was probably sitting at it for a while explaining things in the beginning, but basically, I didn't want to get rid of this run because, I mean, look at that ice bow. It's a really good run. I think I have one cell equipped. Yeah, I have a single boss cell on. I'm just trying to grind out Foundry stuff at this point. But, I mean, yeah, it's kind of a weird video because I'm starting at Ramparts, but leave feedback in the comments, please. If you think it's a good idea or bad idea. Maybe I should just move it somewhere else, I don't know. And feel free to follow the Twitch stream as well. It's just Interact. Twitch.tv/interact. Spelled the same way as the YouTube channel. We're gonna take tactics here because we're pretty much doing everything with our turrets. Although the Bloodsword is pretty nice. Okay, so these guys are here and in Ramparts with one cell. I don't think I've done Ramparts with one cell just yet. At least not with any amount of consistency. I'm not sure I've done it at all, honestly. I had a few pretty good runs on stream. I did die to the assassin for the first time, which was slightly embarrassing, to say the least. I don't remember if my build was very good. I think it was okay. I think I just played poorly because it's gonna sound like an excuse, but I was really tired. So we're just kind of going through this. We do just kind of want to beat the incomplete one and get some, I should probably take a drink here. Get some cells deposited in the Foundry. I went Ramparts because I wanted to split it up. I think I had done maybe like 3 or 4 runs that night of streaming that all went prisoner cell. It went the first area, which I think is prisoner cells, to the other. Let me pull up my. Why do I not have my map pulled up? I'm never ready when I start recording these things. I really need to get this map, just like, I don't know, put it on my monitor or something. Yeah, I went prisoner cells to Promenade, to prison depths, to ossuary, to Black Bridge. And I had done that a bunch, so I was like, where haven't I been in a while? I'll go Ramparts, why not? I think we want the point in brutality for the damage and HP. But I was basically just farming out cells. I've got some pretty interesting runs. I don't think I'll put them on YouTube because I wasn't really doing commentary. I was just kind of, as I said, really tired and just kind of hanging out and streaming. Not very many viewers, but that's okay. I don't really stream very frequently, and I think it was my first time ever streaming Dead Cells. So there's the Insufferable Crypt, which I found out recently. You can actually skip to the Watcher from this route, so I might start doing this route more frequently. Let's check the traps. I mean, the traps that we have right now are pretty good. I'd like to get rid of the projectiles burn if possible. Okay, extra damage to a frozen target. Yep, sounds good. So I think I unlocked a few, I got a few rare patterns, maybe not rare patterns, but a few extra patterns on stream, and unlocked a few new mutations and weapons and stuff. So if you see those show up, things that you haven't seen before, it's probably just from the stream. I hate these casters, man. I think we're gonna, let me double check my mutation. Oh, it would actually improve. So I like putting at least a few points in survival because it improves the amount of HP you recover by a slight amount every so often with the points. It's like, I think it's the first one increases it by 1, and then you have to put 2, and then 3, and I think it just increments like that. But I'm not sure. And I've been doing this frostbow nonsense for a while now. It's actually just absurdly good. I think it's gonna get the bleed treatment. Back when I played, before the Elemental update was even out, which was the first time that I played this game, was before the Elemental update. Bleeds were pretty much overpowered. If you got like a blood sword, biter swarms, there's so much junk down here. Holy crap. If you got a blood sword or something that bleeded, like biter swarm, a horizontal turret that had bleeds or something on it, you basically just won. And I think that ice stuff is probably going to go that way. The developers don't really like there being one dominant strategy that's just significantly better than the rest. I think they kind of want to lean towards there being multiple viable strategies. Is the music loud or is that just me? I think the music might be slightly loud. I think they want there to be multiple viable strategies, and currently it's just like get a frostbow and CC the heck out of everything, and then win. I don't really think that's what they want to be going for. So we could go fight the Watcher. Is this build any good for the Watcher? No. It's also pretty bad for the incomplete one though, because my ceiling turrets have nothing to adhere to. We're actually going to skip you. So I got this speed one, I got, I think wrench finally unlocked, maybe that's it. I think I want damage after killing. So if I go Fog Fjord after here, this one's gonna be better. And if I go Slumbering Sanctuary, which I've been tending to do because I like it better, because it's less mass enemies and more difficult enemies, then I think this one's better. 2 seconds? It's so tough. I think I'm just gonna go with this one. Although, maybe that's a bad idea because I have like no points in brutality, so maybe I should have just gone damage. I should have gone damage while near a deployable. So we're gonna start this fight off by saying goodbye to our turrets. Goodbye, turrets. So here's kind of the issue with Icebo. Is that you can just do this. And yeah, I mean, it's limited on ammo, but not really by that much. If I had wrench, this would be a lot better. In fact, I should have wrench, come to think of it. This fight would actually be a joke with wrench. I mean, the fight's kind of a joke anyways, but with a wrench it'd be an even bigger joke. Oh, I missed that one. That was slightly awkward. Hey, cut that out. I really wish my turrets worked here, because I have a lot of points in tactics for that reason. And the frostbow does barely any damage. Actually, does it even do damage? I don't believe it does. I mean, it does do damage. I know for a fact it does damage. It just does negligible amounts of damage. Like right now it's doing 50 damage. Woo! That was a bad roll. You're supposed to jump that. Alright, we'll let him do that attack and then jump and then we'll... Okay, why did that miss? Why am I missing? Why is he not getting frozen? Does he become immune to frozen? Have I forgotten that? He does become immune to frozen. That's just unfair, sir. Am I gonna die to incomplete one? I just died to incomplete one. Wowie. Neat. I did not mean to die to incomplete one. That was a mistake. So I think we're gonna stick with one cell for now. I don't really want cursed. I mean, I guess I could have started running with cursed sword, but is it really worth it? At the end of the day, that's like way better. See, I actually respect those items. I do not respect Cursed Sword. Although I probably will end up doing the Cursed Sword achievement one of these days. Which is just beat the game with the Cursed Sword in your inventory. You don't even have to have it like the entire way through, I don't think. I think you just basically need to beat the assassin with it in your inventory. I can't seem to shoot fast enough to get that guy. And then the other one that I wanted to do is the beat the game with a starter weapon. Which is probably just like have the starter bow in your inventory and then take something else. And just use that instead. It's basically just a only have one weapon run. But I think that one will be interesting for sure. And another benefit of having the controller on the screen is when I say, hey, I dodged that, you don't just have to take my word for it. You can see that I did the input. Hopefully. Hopefully I did the input and I'm not just being like, oh, I dodged that, why did it hit me? We'll go brutality for now. Traps. Easiest sale of my life. Alright, there's the promenade entrance. I wonder if they made it so you can go old sewers to incomplete one now. Because if they made it so you can go ramparts to Watcher, why wouldn't they do it the other way around? I guess we'd have to check that out, wouldn't we? Whoa, okay. I don't think I'm gonna do that though. I'm probably going to just... I love this room because they just kill themselves. That roll always messes me up. Okay, so what are you doing? No, go back. Go back. That roll always messes me up because unless you're like extremely precise about it, you'll kill yourself. So Frantic Sword I've been using more frequently because it scales with tactics and the tactics build is nice. Also, have you heard the way it sounds? Listen, just listen, just listen. I'll pause, I'll turn the mic off, just listen. It's beautiful. Brings a tear to your eye, does it not? Oh, so here's one that I unlocked, Flame Torrent. I mean, I guess I'll take it over Explosive Crossbow just because it's really metal and, I don't know. Maybe it'll be useful. Do I have anything that... my heavy turret does extra damage to a bleeding, to a poisoned target. A burning target. You know what I'm trying to say. To a burning target. So it will actually work pretty well with that. Perfect. How much does fire stack up to? I'm not quite sure. Might be 5 or 6. So I actually am going to go this way because I want to go to the graveyard and get myself the shovel pattern. Although this is going to require me actually beating the Watcher, which, you know me and the Watcher. We have a lot of fun together. Me and that silly old Watcher. I hate that fight. Like, with a passion. I cannot stand that fight in the slightest. Sorry about the dog. I mean, the fight itself is fine. I think I'm just not good at it, is the problem. There's nothing wrong with, like, the design of it or anything. It's a well-designed fight. It makes sense. Everything's pretty fair. You know, you can pretty... There's a little bit of RNG in terms of the bombardment attack. And there seems to be a little bit of tentacle RNG as well. But, like, it's a fine fight. It's not overly challenging. It's not overly easy. I think the incomplete one's overly easy. Although he does have his moments. I think the daily version of him is a joke because he doesn't have the pain aura. Sweet. Does this regen your HP? I think it does. It seems to. It doesn't seem to do very much damage, though. Which I guess makes sense, because it's kind of a damage over time thing. Instead of an all up at once, why am I... So I was checking there to see whether, like, the Bloodborne health regen thing that I don't know the name of actually worked with the Flame Torrent, and it seems to, so. Wow. I actually don't really know what happened there. If we're being entirely honest, I'm very confused. I think I got hit with the stun that you get when the enemy spawns. So the enemy spawned. So the elite enemy spawned. This thing is fast, boy. Look at that. Woo. So the enemy spawned, and then it knocked me back into the corner, and then I guess it attacked me and killed me? Like, look at this. Shots pierced, minus 5% damage. It's so absurd. You can't make these things up. How good this bow is cannot be understated. Why am I using the beginner sword, you might ask? I don't know. What was the other sword that was down there? Dagger of the Sadistic Cult? Eh. Like, I could see myself taking this Ice Bow 1 with the 5% damage taken and the piercing. I could see myself taking that, like, 5 floors deep if I don't get a better Ice Bow. Because it's just that good. Like, I can shoot through a door and pierce and still, like, freeze them. I can shoot 2 enemies at once and still freeze them. Like, boom, they're both frozen. It's just so good. I don't know if they need to, like, nerf what affixes show up on it or what, but something needs to be done or else people will be doing nothing but Ice Bow runs for the next however long. I grab a point in tactics. What you got for me? A Magneto grenade. Alright. Take it. Oh, while it's on my mind, I know I said to leave a comment about the controller thing. If you're still listening, which hopefully you are, leave a comment if you want to still see dailies or not. I'm done with them. I have all the unlocks, like the 10 daily unlock thing. I got the meat skewer, so that's done. I mean, did people enjoy them? They're like really quick. That's a shots pierce heavy turret. Sweet. They're quick to do. They're easy to. I mean, you know, easy to just kind of knock out. I just don't know if people enjoyed them or not. So leave a comment if you enjoyed those and you want to see those come back. And I will bring them back, if that is the case. I mean, this run is already fairly solid. I was scratching my head there. Can you stop lobbing grenades at me, dog? So I think we're pretty set. I don't care about you, Hunter's grenade. Actually, like, maybe I do, but I don't think I do. Is Impaler even better? I don't know, this thing has pretty decent attack speed. I know for a fact that Fire Grenade is never going to get bought, because I'm using Frost. And in case you didn't know... Okay, what just happened there? In case you didn't know, Frost and Fire don't mix. I guess I'll take... It's got a little bit of range to it, so it's not terrible. Valmont's Whip? Or is that Wrenching Whip? I think that's a Wrenching Whip, in which case I might actually consider it. Yeah. This one, it hits a little bit faster than the Valmont's Whip, and it doesn't have that weird, like, only does good damage if they're in a certain spot thing attached to it. We'll go Promenade. Probably gonna go Promenade, Prison, Ossuary, Blackbridge. Just trying to unlock everything at this point. Like, 2 times ammunition is actually decent if you're going ice bow, hunter's bow. Saves you might be good. I don't know if I need I don't know if I need the vampire thing like super early on. I might actually want to go with wrench. Just because it'll give me my ice shots back. Yeah, I'll mess around with that and see how it works. See if it's good enough to start running with in my normal build. Because like the cooldown reduction is nice, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, I don't think. I'm not gonna run all the way up for the other one like I normally would. The damage is like kind of negligible. I think it's mostly because it gives you back the projectile is why you would run this. I don't know, maybe the damage is nice. This bow is so much better than the other one, or this whip. That's what I mean to say. It's so much better than the other one. Just because of the sheer attack speed and the damage output seems to be better. Sorry about the dog. As always. Yeah, I like never get that thing anymore. Because I don't have my stuff upgraded, probably. I have no idea what he is going on about. But I'm gonna mute the mic because he's annoying. I'm really glad I didn't long dive into the spikes. I think I'm gonna take this over the magnetic grenade. It's pretty good for elite mobs and bosses. And also, it releases a poison cloud, which is actually useful. And the other affix was like extra damage to things on fire or something. What is he on about, man? Probably something dumb, if we're being honest. He just kind of barks at everything. I'm not sure he even knows why. He just does it. Ice Shock. I mean, you know, it's an ability thing that's in the game. I guess I can say that about it. Yeah, let's do it. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, he gave us, like, not a terrible... Okay, it's actually terrible, never mind. Man, I'm gonna take it over the whip for now because it'll help me kill things faster. And then I think I'll take... Tactics. But, like, the fixes on that are just terrible. You take 20% extra damage, and then you take 2.5 times extra damage. In addition. Keep putting points into tactics. Okay, yeah, if you could just give me a better melee weapon. Like this. That's just better than that, but kind of sucks that I mean, I got the curse for basically a scroll and some gold. Well, if this isn't terrible, I don't know what is. See if we can draw them over here where they're not immune to damage. And then kill them like that. Thankfully the bats count. Towards the curse progress. I would have preferred to have not... What? They can do that? Well then. Okay. Alrighty then, I didn't know they could do that. Neat. Thank you for watching. if you enjoyed the content, feel free to leave a like, leave a comment with if you think the controller is a good idea or a bad idea. Should I get rid of it? I can make it black as well. Would that be better? Maybe it'll seem to take up less of the screen. Should I move it around? Do you want dailies as well? Was the other question that I asked. So comments about those and anything else that you feel like you want to comment about. And subscribe for more in the future. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.